Hi, my name is Taylor and I'm here to guide you through a new moon reset phase class. So new moon reset phase is when we're moving a little bit slower. It doesn't necessarily have to mean during the new moon, just whenever you feel like you need to rest and restore the body. This is a great class for that. We'll be working in the shoulders and in the chest, a little bit in the hips. I always like to work in some hips in all of my classes. So if that's something you're interested in, please stick around. This is restorative class, I'm only using 2 blocks. So I wanted to try to make this as accessible as I could, being a restorative class. So we'll be using 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use thick books or anything that is block shaped and is sturdy and can hold weight. As always, I have a Spotify playlist curated just for this class. And if you want to listen to that while you practice, you can find that in the description below. And again, it doesn't have to be a new moon. It could be any time, just a time that you want to rest and relax and restore the body. This is the perfect class for that. So grab water, grab a tea, grab a candle, and grab your things and meet me on the mat. If you'd like to listen to the playlist while you practice, you can go ahead and start that now. We're going to begin on the back. So go ahead and make your way there. And we have a couple options here. So we could start with reclined bound angle. You could come into a knee knock pose or any other lying down position you'd like to start with. If you choose that reclined bound angle, you can also use blocks underneath the knees just to give a little space in the hips to start out. So whichever you choose is completely fine. Now we're going to close down the eyes or soften the gaze and begin by noticing your natural breath, not changing anything, just noticing where you are as you come to your mat. Come to this space, come to this present moment. Maybe hands come down by the sides. Maybe you find cactus arms, opening up the chest. Maybe the hands come to the belly. Maybe one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Wherever you feel called to today, that's what you take. If there are any lingering thoughts from the day or any thought patterns you find yourself stuck in, we're going to do our best not to fight them. We're going to acknowledge those thoughts. We're going to step out of those thoughts and become observers of them. Take a moment to step back and notice when and how and where these thoughts come up. And simply notice them and let them go. No matter how many times they come up, note them and let them go. We're going to begin to deepen the inhales and exhales through the nose. Inhale, draw the breath all the way down to the low belly. Feel the stomach rise, the chest rise, filling up completely. And as you exhale, release the air from the throat. Feel the chest fall, the belly fall, completely emptying out. Just continue with that wave of breath of completely filling up and exhaling all the way fully. If you have a prayer or intention you'd like to bring into this practice, you can go ahead and set that now. If you'd like to take an intention but you're not quite sure what you'd like to take, I'd like to offer a little tailor-made intention, and that is, I choose to listen with, and you can fill in that blank with whatever you'd like. It could be, I choose to listen with curiosity. I choose to listen with kindness. I choose to listen with patience. Whatever you're feeling today, whatever you think you need to remind yourself of today, that could be listening to yourself and what your body has to tell you. Are you listening with curiosity? Are you going to listen with patience, with kindness? You choose what you need today. We're going to take a couple rounds of B breath. So with B breath, we are going to inhale through the nose. And when we go to exhale, we'll seal the lips and we'll hum the breath out like a bee. And what this does is it stimulates the parasympathetic system, which puts us in that rest and digest mode. And you might notice after a couple rounds of this B breath that you'll feel a lot more relaxed and in a deeper state of relaxation. So we're going to take one normal breath to begin. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Okay, we'll begin that B breath. Inhale through the nose. Seal the lips and hum it out. Again, in through the nose. Seal the lips. Again. And last one. Take a moment to come back to your natural breath. Wherever you are, we're going to take the feet to about hip width distance. We're going to make our way to the right side of the body. We're going to take our blocks and we're going to put our blocks, one for the head and one for the side of the body. And we're going to lower down onto our blocks. We want the lowest height here. We're going to have the knees bent. You might have to adjust a little bit till you can get to a comfortable spot. And we're going to take the left arm over the head and rest on top of the head. At any point you want to come back to that B breath during this practice, you can come back to that. It's a great practice to have right before bed. And remember to come back to the breath and come come back to that intention. How are you listening today? We're going to take that left hand and bring it down towards the right hand, but to the earth. We're going to push into that left hand to roll up, come to that right elbow, and we're going to turn on the back for a supported fish. You may need to adjust your blocks a little bit here. You want that lower block to be about where a bra strap would start. To open up the chest, your legs can come out straight, resting, or you could come back into that reclined bound angle shape. Whichever you feel like taking today, that's what you take. How are you listening to your body today? If you're in your reclined bound angle, we're going to bring the knees back to touch. And we're going to move over to the left side body. And once you're in a comfortable spot, we're going to take that right arm over the head, resting, reaching for the top of our space. going to bring the right hand back down, ground it in front of the body. We're going to push into that right hand, coming to that left elbow. We're going to take our blocks parallel to one another to the sides of the mat. And we're going to come down to the belly, and we're going to bring the shoulders to the blocks and allow them to rest. Now, you can keep them down low on the lowest setting, but you could also bring them up to that medium height. And just allow the shoulders to fall on the blocks and bring the head down to the earth. I'm going to bring the head up slowly. I'm going to remove the blocks from underneath the shoulders. And we're going to move into a half frog, but we're going to use our blocks and our half frog to elevate the knee and the foot. So we're going to bring one block down for the foot and one to about the middle for the knee. And we bring the knee on top of our block, just that bottom block for the foot. And again, we want a 90-degree angle in the hip, the knee, and the foot. And you can just come to the mat with your head, or the head comes down to the hands. Come back to your breath. Come back to your intention. We're going to slowly remove our leg from the blocks. And we're going to move over into the right side, moving our blocks over. However you want to do it is completely fine. And again, bringing the knee and the foot to the block. Checking to make sure you have the angles correctly. And settling into your posture. We're going to slowly remove the leg from the blocks, bring it back to meet the left. Maybe give the hips a little wiggle here. We're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders and push our way back into a seated position. We're going to take our blocks in front of us and we're going to find a little bit of a child's pose here, but we're going to keep the knees together and we're going to lay the belly on top of the thighs. Hands are on the blocks and slide them towards the top of your mat. Let the head hang. Option to keep your arms here. Option to take them out towards the sides. Or maybe you bring them all the way back and let them rest on the blocks. Whichever feels good for you right now, that's what you take. Come back up slowly. Bring the hands to the thighs. We're going to take a couple neck rolls here. Be sure not to throw the head too far back, scrunching that cervical spine. And then rotate the other way. And come back through neutral. We're going to place one block to the side. We're going to move towards the back of our mat. And we're going to take the right shin towards the top of our mat. And this left leg is not straight back in a full half pigeon, just kind of off to the side. We're going to take one block towards the top of our mat. We're going to turn to frame the top or the back of our mat wherever we're facing. We're going to inhale to grow tall. And we're going to exhale. We're going to fold over that right shin and come down to your block. Now, if you need multiple blocks here, that's completely fine. Whatever you need, that's what you take. We're going to take the hands underneath the shoulders. Push your way up gently. We're going to come to face the side of the mat. Bring the soles of the feet to the earth. Take the hands behind the back. And we're going to do a little windshield wiper motion here with the knees. We're going to pause that center. We're going to take our block, bring it towards the top of our mat or the opposite side of the mat. And we're going to take the left shin to the top of our space. Right leg is off to the side. We're going to frame the top of our space. Inhale to grow tall. And exhale, we're going to fold over that left shin. And come down to a block, or a stack of blocks, or maybe the floor. Whatever you're feeling today, that's what you take. Come back to the breath, come back to your intention. We're going to bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Gently push your way up. Again, turn to the side of the mat. We're going to find a couple more windshield wipers here. We're going to come back through neutral. We're going to find our way to the back body. Go ahead and grab your block, bring it close to the side. We're going to bring the soles of the feet to the earth. We're going to lift the sit bones up, lift that tailbone up, and slide a block underneath for a supported bridge. Now, you can stay here, or if you'd like to, you can lift the legs, parallel legs up the wall, or waterfall, whatever you call it. Allow for the blood to come down the legs and closer into that abdomen and heart space. Gonna bring the feet back down to the mat. Lift the tailbone, remove the block. We're gonna move into Shavasana now. If you'd like to come back into that supported fish, you could always come into that supported fish. You could come into reclined bound angle. Maybe you find knee knock pose. Or maybe you find a normal Shavasana corpse pose. Whichever is calling to you right now, that's what you take. Just finding a place that you can rest, relax, and allow the practice to absorb into the body. The next time you hear my voice, it'll be to guide you out of Shavasana. Begin to bring some awareness back into the body, wiggling the toes and the fingers, maybe bringing a smile to the face. Maybe take a full body stretch or a full body scrunch, taking your time. And make your way to the left or right side body. And taking a moment here before you find your way to a seated position. And whenever you're ready, you can come to a seated position. We're going to find hands at heart center. And take a moment in gratitude for this space, this time, the breath, and the body. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for practicing with me, and I'll see you in the next one.